2 Samuel chapter 10. And it came to pass after these things, that the king of the sons of Ammon died, and Hanun his son reigned instead of him. And David said, I will perform an act of kindness with Hanun son of Nahash, in which manner his father performed an act of kindness with me. And David sent to comfort him by the hand of his bondmen concerning his father. And the servants of David came into the land of the sons of Ammon. And the rulers of the sons of Ammon said to Hanun their master, Is it for David to glorify your father before you that he sent to you comforters? But is it not, however, that they should search the city and spy it, for to survey it David sent his servants to you? And Hanun took the servants of David, and shaved their beards, and cut off their uniforms in half unto their hips, and sent them out. And it was reported to David concerning the men, and he sent to meet them, for the men were dishonored exceedingly. And the king said, Stay in Jericho, until your beards rise, and you shall return. And the sons of Ammon saw that the people of David were disgraced. And the sons of Ammon sent and hired the Syrian of Beth-rehob, and the Syrian of Zobah, 20,000 footmen, and the king of Maacah, 1,000 men, and the one of Tob, 12,000 men. And David heard, and sent Joab, and all the force of the mighty ones. And the sons of Ammon came forth, and deployed for war by the door of the gate. And the Syrian Zobah, and Rehob, and Ishtob, and Maacah were by themselves in the field. And Joab beheld that it came to pass, that the war was facing him from the face right opposite, and at the rear, that he chose from out of all the young men of Israel, and they deployed right opposite Syria. And the rest of the people he put into the hand of Abishai his brother, and they deployed right opposite the sons of Ammon. And he said, If Syria should strengthen over me, then you shall be to me for deliverance. And if the sons of Ammon should be strengthened over you, then I will come to deliver you. Be manly, for we should be strengthened for our people, and for the cities of our God. And the Lord will do good in his eyes. And Joab approached, and his people with him, for war against Syria. And they fled from his face. And the sons of Ammon beheld that Syria has fled, and they fled from the face of Abishai, and entered into the city. And Joab returned from the sons of Ammon, and came unto Jerusalem. And Syria beheld that it failed in front of Israel, and they gathered together at the same place. And Hadarezer sent, and gathered together the Syrian from the other side of the river. And they came unto Helam. And Shobach, the commander-in-chief of Hadarezer, was in front of them. And it was reported to David, and he gathered together all Israel, and passed over the Jordan, and came to Helam. And Syria deployed before David, and waged war with him. And Syria fled from the face of Israel, and David killed of the one from Syria 700 chariots, and 40,000 horsemen. And Shobach, his commander-in-chief, he struck, and he died there. And all the kings, the bondmen of Hadarezer, beheld that they failed in front of Israel, and they deserted after Israel, and served to them. And Syria feared to yet again deliver the sons of Ammon.